Have you ever noticed that some people stay calm even in the middle of chaos, while others lose control over the smallest situation? You might think they are emotionally cold or lucky, but in reality, they possess a powerful psychological skill that most people lack. This skill allows them to understand their own emotions, read others accurately, and respond wisely instead of reacting blindly. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing feelings or pretending to be strong. It is about awareness, control, and emotional maturity. Most people live their lives controlled by emotions they don't understand, repeating the same mistakes in relationships, careers, and decisions, without realizing the real reason behind their struggles. Emotional intelligence quietly shapes your success more than talent, intelligence, or motivation. It affects how you handle criticism, how you respond under pressure, how you communicate in difficult conversations, and how you manage conflict without destroying relationships. In today's world, where emotional reactions spread faster than logic, understanding emotional intelligence is no longer optional. It is essential. In this video, we are going to uncover the real psychological signs of emotional intelligence that reveal how emotionally aware a person truly is. These signs are not obvious and are often misunderstood, but once you recognize them, you will begin to see human behavior, including your own, with clarity you never had before. Some people walk into difficult situations and instead of creating chaos, they bring calm. They don't raise their voice to feel powerful. They don't rush to prove themselves, and they don't let emotions hijack their decisions. At first glance, they may seem quiet or reserved, but psychologically, they are operating on a much higher level of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is not about being emotionless or overly positive. It is about understanding what you feel, why you feel it, and how to respond in a way that protects your long-term well-being instead of feeding short-term reactions. Most people think intelligence is measured by IQ, but real-life success, strong relationships, and inner stability are driven far more by emotional intelligence than raw intellect. One of the clearest signs of emotional intelligence is emotional awareness. Emotionally intelligent people can identify what they are feeling in the moment, instead of acting confused or overwhelmed by it. They don't say "I'm fine" when they are not. They recognize emotions like frustration, disappointment, jealousy, or fear as internal signals rather than enemies to suppress. This awareness gives them control. When you can name an emotion, you reduce its power over you. People with low emotional intelligence often explode or shut down because they don't understand what is happening inside them. Emotional intelligence turns emotions into information instead of weapons. Another powerful sign is emotional regulation. Emotionally intelligent people feel deeply, but they do not allow emotions to dictate their behavior. They pause before reacting. When criticized, they don't immediately become defensive. When angry, they don't rush to speak words they will regret. This does not mean they ignore emotions. It means they choose their response consciously. Regulation is what allows someone to stay calm under pressure, make clear decisions in stressful environments, and remain composed when others panic. Most conflicts escalate not because of the situation, but because of uncontrolled emotional reactions. Empathy is another core indicator of emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent people are able to understand emotions from perspectives beyond their own. They listen to understand, not just to respond. They can sense emotional shifts in others even when nothing is spoken. This ability strengthens relationships because people feel seen and understood rather than judged. Empathy does not mean agreeing with everyone. It means recognizing emotional reality. People with low emotional intelligence often invalidate feelings, dismiss emotions, or personalize everything. Empathy creates psychological safety, which is the foundation of trust. Emotionally intelligent individuals also have strong self-control in social interactions. They don't overshare personal emotions impulsively, and they don't seek validation through emotional drama. They know when to speak and when silence is more powerful. This control helps them maintain dignity even in emotionally charged situations. They understand that not every emotion needs to be expressed and not every battle needs to be fought. This restraint is often mistaken for weakness, but psychologically it is a sign of inner strength. Another important sign is accountability. Emotionally intelligent people take responsibility for their emotional responses instead of blaming others. They don't say, "You made me angry." They recognize that anger came from within. This mindset gives them power because they stop giving control of their emotions to external events or people. Accountability allows growth. People who lack emotional intelligence often remain stuck in cycles of blame, resentment, and victim mentality because they refuse to examine their own emotional patterns. Emotionally intelligent people are also skilled at handling criticism. Instead of seeing feedback as a personal attack, they evaluate it logically. They separate their identity from the feedback itself. This ability allows them to improve without damaging their self. Many people fear criticism because they tie it directly to their value as a person. Emotional intelligence creates emotional resilience, the ability to recover without emotional collapse. Boundaries are another psychological sign of emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent individuals know when to say no without guilt. They do not sacrifice their mental health to please others. They understand that boundaries are not walls. They are filters that protect emotional energy. People with low emotional intelligence often confuse kindness with neglect. Strong emotional intelligence allows balance, compassion without self-destruction. Emotional intelligence also shows up in how someone handles conflict. Instead of avoiding confrontation or escalating it, emotionally intelligent people address issues directly but respectfully. They focus on solutions rather than winning arguments. They understand that emotional know-how matters more than being right. Conflict becomes an opportunity for understanding rather than emotional warfare. This skill alone can transform relationships, workplaces, and leadership effectiveness. Another subtle sign is emotional adaptability. Emotionally intelligent people can adjust their emotional response based on context. They don't carry the stress of one situation into another. They can leave work stress at work and show up emotionally present at home. This flexibility prevents emotional burnout. People who lack emotional intelligence often stay emotionally stuck, replaying events mentally and carrying emotional weight everywhere they go. Self-motivation is also closely linked to emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent individuals don't rely on constant external motivation. They can push through discomfort because they understand their emotions instead of being controlled by them. They recognize emotional resistance and still take action. This ability separates long-term achievers from those who quit when motivation fades. Finally, emotionally intelligent people practice emotional reflection. They look inward instead of constantly reacting outward. They ask themselves why certain things trigger them and what patterns repeat in their emotional life. This reflection leads to growth, maturity, and emotional mastery over time. Emotional intelligence is not something you are born with. It is something you build through awareness, discipline, and intentional effort. In a world driven by emotional impulses, emotional intelligence becomes a quiet advantage. It allows you to move through life with clarity, stability, and control. When you understand emotions, they stop controlling you. When you master emotional intelligence, you stop reacting to life and start leading it. Emotional intelligence is not about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally aware, controlled, and mature. The more you develop EQ, the more powerful your life becomes socially, mentally, and professionally. If this video made you reflect, you're already on the right path.